Hi, this is Dennis Gage. Thanks for tuning in to My Classic Car, home of the certified car nut. Okay, Trans Am fans, this is the ultimate event for you. We're at the Dayton Airport Inn in Vandalia, Ohio for the 16th annual Trans Am Nationals. Named after the race series, the Trans Am was born to negotiate the tight turns of road racing. But there's more than just TAs here. There's Firebirds, Formulas, Firehawks, and GTAs. Joining me now is Jim Pedersen, co-chair of this monstrous event.
Hi, Dennis.
Jim's great to be here. Boy, there's a lot of TAs here.
Yes, there is. Over the years, we've started out with 100 cars, and we're up to over 500 cars.
But it's really a celebration of all things Firebird, isn't it?
It is all things Firebird. We have cars from 1967 through year 2000 here at the show this year.
So in anything that sports that badge and any
Anything
incarnation.
that sports that bad is we got here. We got a classification for everything. We got from stock to modified to Pro Street to Super Street. Anything you can think of, we have here.
And you think you're going to pull over 500 cars?
I think we're going to do over 500 cars. We had over 400 cars pre-registered, and Sunday we usually draw another 100, 150 cars.
Boy. Well, now we're standing in the middle of the tech line, and you kind of oversee that whole area. What is it? What is the tech line?
The tech line, we run all the cars, all 500 cars. We'll run through the tech line. We look to see if they're stock, modified, custom. We check for modifications on the car, engine-wise, body-wise, interior-wise, and we count them all. And as you increase in the number of changes in your car, that moves you up in the class. We get clear up to heavy custom.
Wow.
There is several cars here that have 14-karat gold on them.
Wow. That's one expensive TA.
That's one expensive TA.
Now I see a lot of people here that seem to be, repeat customers, keep coming back for this.
There's quite a few of them that have been coming here for 16 years. I mean, it's like one big family, and that's what we started out to be.
Now you're also associated with a couple charities, aren't you?
Yes, we're associated with the Special Wish Foundation out of Dayton, which over the past couple of years we've given over $9,000 for kids. And this year we took on a Dayton police officer that was hurt and paralyzed from the waist down, and we're donating part of our money to them this year.
That's wonderful. Well, it's a wonderful event. People seem to be having a great time, and there's a lot of cool-looking cars here.
You'll find a lot of nice people. A lot of nice people. One big family.
They were all here at the 16th annual Trans Am Nationals in Dayton, Ohio. Seeing more than 500 birds in one place really got my heart going. Every make and model from 1967 to the present was here. The Trans Am Nationals definitely has something for everyone. Drag racing, cruise-ins, a car show, swap meet, and a car corral. I was so busy trying to see everything, there was barely enough time to talk to all these car nuts. And I do mean nuts. One owner brought 2 of his 14 Firebirds.
Well, now, Carl, I understand you have a few Firebirds, is that right?
Yeah, Dennis, we've got 14 Firebirds.
14, that's a few, yes. But you brought 2 of them today.
We brought 2 of them today, Dennis.
And both anniversaries. What do we have here? We have a 25th, right?
Yep, 94 25th anniversary, Dennis. This car is truly remarkable. It's one of 250 made with the drop top on it.
And otherwise, it's a pretty stock car. What's the engine in?
Just an LT1, Dennis. All they had done is some stickers.
But I tell you, the one that just draws me in is this Ram Air 30th anniversary. I mean, my goodness.
That Ram Air hood, Dennis, and the functional part of it is unbelievable. The car just snarls at you.
It does. It looks very aggressive. But this is a beautiful car. The interior is stunning in this.
Oh, it is. This car is one of 173, Dennis, with a 6-speed transmission and a convertible top.
Man, is it pretty quick?
Yeah, it's fairly quick, Dennis. It's neat.
But it looks bad enough that
it looks
makes
bad
up for any lack of quickness.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm sure it's plenty quick enough. And all of them had blue wheels.
Blue wheels.
Really sets it off. I mean, that is gorgeous. Now you've been collecting Trans Ams and been into this thing kind of all your life?
Oh, most of my life, Dennis. I've always liked Firebirds.
And how many times have you been to this event?
Oh, I've been here 8 years. This is the Super Bowl of Super Bowls.
The Super Bowl, the Trans Am Super Bowl. Right. So when the 35th comes out, that's yours?
It'll have to come to the garage. 40th.
All right. Well, you're a nut, and I respect that. Very cool. Jonathan, this is an absolutely beautiful 68 Firebird. I love this car. What color is this?
This is Meridian Turquoise.
Oh man, it is stunning, and I've always been particularly partial to this body style. It looks almost bone stock.
It is about as stock as I could bring it back to. It was originally an 8th mile car.
This was an 8th mile drag car?
Yes, sir.
Wow, you've done a lot of work. Well, that interior sure doesn't look like a drag car.
It took a couple years to round up all the parts to bring it back to the way you see it now.
Oh man, it takes me back in time. The cue ball shifter 4-speed, 8-track tape.
Yep, the hi-fi for the ear.
Hi-fi and 68. I do love it, but the thing that I always liked about this particular car was the 400 model. It had the special hood.
Right, that was what really drew me to the car, that and the color, but the hood just really seemed to set it off.
Oh, it does. Now that was the biggest engine you could get in 68, wasn't it?
That is correct. That's the largest engine. You could get an option up on that was the Ram Air, but
But otherwise, but it looked the same, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and you even had the hood tack, the coolest accessory that Pontiac ever made, I think.
Right. That was kind of the precursor to the heads-up display that
Oh,
they
yeah.
run today.
Yeah, I never thought of that. But well, is there a real 400 under this?
Yes, there is.
Which was a great engine. Oh,
Really
man.
move you down the road.
Indeed, it would in a car that weighs about what 3,200 pounds or so.
Right.
Oh, this thing looks bone stock.
Yep, it is painted the original silver blue metallic.
Yeah, and would that be the correct air cleaner for it?
Yes, it was part of the chrome dress-up package that was on the 400 option.
Man, are you having fun at the Trans Am
I'm
National?
having a blast.
You think you'll be back?
I'll be back.
Well, I hope to see it here again because this is just gorgeous. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it back.
I was stopped cold in my tracks when I saw this one. This owner plated almost everything he could in 24 karat gold. That's the biggest piece of jewelry I've ever seen.
Eddie, this is one trick 86 Trans Am. This thing is killer.
Thank you, sir.
Man,
I
it's
appreciate
a
it.
third generation, right?
Yes, sir, correct.
You've trimmed it out a little bit though, haven't you? I mean, I see a fair amount of gold in that cockpit.
Trimmed all in 24 karat gold.
24 karat gold.
24 karat
You
gold
don't mess
plated.
around, do you?
No, got to go right on top.
Well,
right
you-
on top.
And you've carried that gold theme all the way through to the front of the car.
Through the front of the car to the undercarriage, anything I could plate, I plated.
And it's 24 karat gold. Does this run?
It runs fantastic, sir.
My goodness.
It's a ZZ3 motor, very strong.
Very strong. It's got to draw a crowd wherever.
Yes, it does, sir.
Oh, man.
It does well to Trans Am Nationals, which is where we're at right now, the 2000 Trans Am Nationals. Does very well.
Well, I tell you, Eddie, this is jewelry. You are an artist.
Thank you, sir.
Nice job.
I appreciate it. Thank
is
you.
Beautiful. Well, now, Steve, this is a pretty rare car. 74 Trans Am Super Duty. This thing is a monster.
This is a Super Duty 455 with a 4-speed, one of 212 built.
Wow, and this one's got some history. I mean, this thing actually did the Cannonball run for real.
Twice.
Twice.
Back in 1974, or excuse me, in 75, and in 1999.
Now, okay, so what's the deal? This Cannonball run was a coast-to-coast race, right?
From New York to California, ended in Redondo Beach at the Portofino Inn, and it was done basically as a statement against the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit.
And there was only one rule.
There were no rules.
That was the rule.
That was the rule.
Well, now this thing doesn't, have too many options on it. It was built all about the 455 Super Duty, right?
All about the Super Duty.
Well, let's look at this monster here.
This is what men are talking about all over.
Oh, man. Now, they only made these, 73 and 74?
73 and 74.
And then it became a...
455 HO.
Okay, and what was the difference between the HO and the Super Duty?
The Super Duty just had higher nickel content in the block. It is a 4-bolt main. It had reinforcing in the valley pans between the lifters, and it was built as a racing engine.
It's just bad to the bone.
It's very bad.
Now, what's the top speed on a Super Duty Trans Am?
The top speed of this car, really, we don't know, but when we did the Cannonball, we had it up to 155 going across the Nevada desert.
Holy cow, anything left?
Yes.
There was still some.
There was still some
that's
left,
right.
but
we might just have to take this out for a spin, huh?
let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
This is really cool.
Every year, the folks at Hemmings Motor News host a press conference at their headquarters in Bennington, Vermont. Their new products are debuted at this event, plus the new Hobby Hero Awards are announced. These awards recognize people and organizations that have made significant contributions to the car hobby. To entice the media to show up, they bring an assortment of their vintage autos and let the attendees test drive these cars on the scenic back roads of Vermont. And as you can expect, yours truly was not going to pass up a chance like this.
Ooh, this is pretty cool. Justice, this looks like about a 1910 Buick we look at?
1910 Buick,
1910
exactly
Buick.
right.
Now, is this one going out
I'd
today?
shake your hand, but
Well, that's okay, we'll pass. Is this one available to go out
yes,
today?
absolutely. I'll show you how to do
Well,
it.
yeah, because I've never done one of these, and I mean, it's got power windows and power seats and everything, right?
It's got Armstrong power steering.
Power steering.
This
460
is
air
an
conditioning.
interesting- That's right. This is an interesting car. It was sold new in Bennington in 1910.
Really?
To the first motorized postman in the state of Vermont.
Right here?
Right here in Bennington.
Oh,
Used to
that's
drive around these hills here delivering mail. Anyways, I'll show you how she runs.
Okay.
Okay. First, we got to start it.
Well, yeah, that would make
Okay.
sense. Where do you put the key in?
The key's right here in the front. I'll turn the ignition on, which
right.
is just a little switch,
All right.
and disengage here, and you right about there.
Yeah.
Give that a sharp pull up,
Pull.
and when you reach the top,
you pull it out.
Okay, now
that
this-
way it won't kick back.
I was gonna say this is one of these arm breakers, is it? Or
Well, it's not. It's got
If
a
you do
it's
it
got
right,
a thing,
yeah.
but it could.
okay, just one sharp pull up, eh?
It should.
And then I let it out.
Yep.
Hey!
All right. Just like that. Okay, come on around
All
inside.
right. Climb aboard.
Yep, right up on.
All right.
Okay,
All right, now, there's a lot of stuff here I don't recognize.
that's right. Okay, first let's just make it go slow.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna need to give it gas or
Yep, let up on the brake.
let up on the brake.
Yep, that's your emergency brake.
Oh yeah. Whoops,
Okay,
and
nope.
here's the
There-
marginally effective brake,
that's
right?
right.
Nominally effective brake.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
here we go.
There you go. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, hey,
All
awesome.
right.
I love it.
Just go right up here. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Now, when you get up to where you want to go, just take that inner lever.
Yeah.
And just,
Like now?
and yeah, just ease it forward. And then you can let up on this.
Let up on that.
There you go.
That is pretty weird.
That's it. Now you're in
Okay.
second gear.
Okay, and that's my only other choice, right?
That you, well, except for reverse.
I got it right. Well, I wouldn't want to do that now.
No.
This is wild.
Yeah.
You're a
Okay.
contortionist to drive this
Now,
thing.
note the sign.
No, that looks
a
like a
90
sharp
to the-
right turn.
So what we'll do is we sort of want to begin to mentally become prepared.
That's
that,
Becoming one with
that's
the road
right,
now.
yeah.
Now, will
Now,
I?
okay, what you want to do now is pull that lever back to high gear. That's it.
Okay.
Now you're in neutral.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would.
And you can use brakes.
I'm going to
and
use
so on.
brakes.
And what we'll do is do a 180 around this mailbox.
Oh, good idea. Okay. Gonna roll right in here.
Yeehaw! Stick it right up against that rooster.
Rooster.
Yeah. There you go. And then you just kind of let up and put on the brake.
Man, that is different. That's very different. Does this work?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This little gadget here
Yes.
shows that oil is flowing in the engine. That will actually, if there's, as long as there's oil in this, you know that your oil system is working. It's a visual oil gauge.
Okay. Without that, you're not in good
Yeah,
shape.
this is your ignition and this is a choke. That's a speedometer that was added at some other time in the history of the car.
Hooked right probably to. Wonder what that's hooked to. Transmission, right? To the-
It's hooked to a wheel.
It's hooked to a
Yep,
wheel.
hooked to a front wheel. That's
Man,
it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I'll take it.
Okay, you got it.
That Buick was a blast to drive. Then I found a late 1800 Studebaker powered by a Morgan that I had to take a ride in. I just love convertibles. Oh, an early model Studebaker, and I'm a Studebaker guy. Cheryl, this is nice. Late 1800s. What power is this baby?
A 1985 Morgan horse mare, single horsepower.
1 horsepower. What kind of gas mileage? Well, I guess this engine makes gas, doesn't it?
Well, that's a good point.
Could you take me for a spin?
I'd be very pleased to take you
Hop
for a
up and
spin.
back here?
Yes, that'd be the way to get in.
All right. Oh, I love Studebakers. I really do.
All
Well,
right.
once around the park.
Here we go. Walk on, Star.
Pretty cool. And actually, Studebakers were riding in style back then. I mean, these were really good wagons.